Ladies and gentlemen and ladies and gents, this is the commercial that I remember seeing as a kid. This is the commercial. It's got 8,990,223 views. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the commercial. I remember this commercial, Schoolhouse Rock. Okay, I remember this commercial. And Schoolhouse Rock, I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I got as far as Capitol Hill. Well, now, okay, I remember the song. Came on every single Saturday because it was trying to teach the children how to rock in the schoolhouses. So hold on, we're gonna play Schoolhouse Rock.
Woo, you sure gotta climb a lot of steps to get to this Capitol building here in Washington. Well, I wonder who that sad little scrap of paper is.
I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, it's a long, long journey to the capital city. It's a long, long wait while I'm sitting in committee, but I know I'll be a law someday. At least I hope and pray that I will, but today I am still just a bill.
Gee, Bill, you certainly have a lot of patience and courage.
Well, I got this far. When I started, I wasn't even a bill. I was just an idea. Some folks back home decided they wanted a law passed, so they called their local congressman, and he said, "You're right, there ought to be a law." Then he sat down and wrote me out and introduced me to Congress, and I became a bill. And I'll remain a bill until they decide to make me a law. I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I got as far as Capitol Hill. Well, now I'm stuck in committee, and I'll sit here and wait while a few key congressmen discuss and debate whether they should let me be a law. I hope and pray that they will, but today I am still just a bill.
Listen to those congressmen arguing. Is all that discussion and debate about you?
Yeah, I'm one of the lucky ones. Most bills never even get this far. I hope they decide to report on me favorably, otherwise I may die.
Die?
Yeah, die in committee. Oh, but it looks like I'm gonna live. Now I go to the House of Representatives and they vote on me.
If they vote yes, what happens?
Then I go to the Senate and the whole thing starts all over again.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill. And if they vote for me on Capitol Hill, well, then I'm off to the White House where I'll wait in a line with a lot of other bills for the president to sign. And if he signs me, then I'll be a law. I hope and pray that he will. But today I am still just a bill.
You mean even if the whole Congress says you should be a law, the president can still say no?
Yes, that's called a veto. If the president vetoes me, I have to go back to Congress and they vote on me again, and by that time you're so
By
old.
that time, it's very unlikely that you become a law. It's not easy to become a law, is it?
No, but how I hope and pray that I will. But today I am still just a bill.
He signed your bill. Now you're a law.
Oh, yes.
Yay! 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 Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you just saw Mr. Bill. Okay? Let me make sure we gotta pause that. I didn't want it to play again. Let me explain to you why I'm playing this. Mr. Bradley Christopher Stark, Demetrius Hawkins, and Mr. Rideout accomplished something rather extraordinary. They got a bill written by a congressman brought before the committee of the judiciary. They approved that bill. The House voted on the bill, sent it to the Senate. The Senate sent it to their committee on the judiciary. They approved the bill, sent it to the president. Well, the president at the time, being Barack Obama, protecting his friend, you know, that Eric Holder character, and vetoed it, said no, It went back to the House. This all started in 2014. So it took 2 years. It went back to the House. The House passed it with an overwhelming majority and sent it to the Senate. The Senate passed it with an overwhelming majority. Pay attention. The House nor the Senate had to sign this bill. They could have just said, we're not considering it. And they could have tabled it. They could have floored it. They could have said, nope. But they didn't. They passed it with an overwhelming majority. Barack Obama sees it again and he signs it. Now, if he had vetoed it again, his veto would have been overridden by the majority vote by the Senate and the House because they overrode his veto. So he signed it. But then Congresswoman, they made a little provision in the law saying, hey, this law doesn't go into effect for another 90 days. So during the 90-day period, they also put a clause in there that it can be revisited. Well, Congresswoman said, hey, go back and tell them fools that if they don't give me the money they giving Barack for that library he planning on putting up, it ain't happening. And so he says, well, if you guys just do an amendment to the bill, then and give her the same thing he getting, then you good to go. You'll get your $20 billion. And they listened to the attorney. The attorney lied to them. No, you don't. The bill was already passed. All they had to do was sit back and wait for it to be put into law. That's all they had. All they had to do was play the waiting game at that point. But they told him, hey, you don't do this, it ain't getting passed, and that was a lie. And they listened to the attorney, who had been told what to do. The attorney didn't do that on his own. He was told to do that. Well, guess what, everybody? In this case, those gentlemen had them come back and the president vetoed the bill. And then Congress has not picked it up again. Instead, they've come up with laws to try to stop people from doing arbitrations. So I will keep shouting arbitration, arbitration, arbitration. And I will keep letting you know, quit worrying about whether or not the courts say yay or nay. We don't give a about what the courts say. Do your arbitration, get it done. You need to understand. All of you need to understand. Get your behinds grandfathered in. Okay? Because the Supreme Court cannot change history. They cannot change the law now. They cannot say, oh no, arbitration doesn't apply to you guys. It only applies to these guys. Oh no, you can't do a unilateral contract. That's what we want them to say. Don't you understand? We want them to say no more unilateral contracts. Well, they can't, because then they will be blocking a person's right to contract, because you can contract on anything and everything you want to contract on. You just cannot contract away another person's rights, but you can contract and waive all your rights and give up this and give up that all day long, and in a manner and a fashion how you want. So they cannot say no more unilateral contracts, but we want them to say that, because that will stop all these companies from creating these unilateral contracts with us. Whenever we sign up to a program, whenever we click enter, whenever we click accept, whenever we click submit, it'll stop binding us to those contracts. So we want that. They'll never do it. That'll stop them from doing all the junk they're doing. Nope, not going to happen. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to tell it to you like it is, because I can't tell it to you any other way. They are not smarter than I am. Now I'm going to tell it to you where I get my smartness from. I get it from the God that I serve. His name is Jehovah. You ain't heard about him? Well, the next time one of the Jehovah's Witnesses knock on your door, ask them about him. He's the one who gives me my intelligence, my smartness. Okay? Certainly. And with that, they cannot outthink me on this. I am several steps ahead of them. Let them cancel one issue. Let them say no to another issue. Now they'll have to say it to all the other arbitrators out there, and now it affects their main buddy, their main source of revenue with the American Arbitration Association, otherwise known as the American Bar Association Arbitration Association. Okay? So one way or another, they damage us, they damage themselves. That's what this is about. You get grandfathered in, now the new law doesn't apply to you because yours was done prior. enforcement, you go after attaching liens. Let them make a deal of it. You know what, ladies and gentlemen, I was supposed to put that bill online today. I'll try to get it online later. I got so many things I need to take care of, and I haven't really done anything today. I've been kind of relaxing. Like I said at the beginning of the last video, been kind of reflecting on things. So I'll get it up so that you guys can have a copy of the bill and the case law. And I would suggest going over those cases. I'll even put the cases up. I think I did put the cases up, but if I didn't, I'll put the cases up so you guys will have access to the cases. Whew, it'll be under the study section. All right, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gents, this video was just supposed to be simple. We're just talking about a bill, and it's a schoolhouse bill, okay? Because Rock came in and he said, I didn't learn it back then, so I want to learn it now. There you go. Schoolhouse Rock. All right. Gotta go, people. Have a good day. Have a good life. Have a good bye. Adios. Arrivederci. Sayonara.